you have it so they can enter without you having to let them in, right?
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm Lisa from Travel House. Obviously, you all know Larry and Pam from Frog's Tooth. And then Bradley Norman is going to be conducting the trip presentation. He is our AMA sales rep. So, Bradley, do you want to introduce yourself and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, sorry, if you can give me 1 second. My presentation, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so my name is Bradley Norman. I am the business development manager with AMA Waterways. So I represent the Mid-Atlantic states on behalf of AMA. It's great to be here. It's great to discuss your trip. The itinerary is phenomenal. Y'all are going to have a fantastic time.
Great. You're looking forward to it, right, Larry?
Oh my God, we are ready. We're all ready already, I think. I still get people that are thinking we're going this April, so I have to keep nerves down. You know, we're not going quite yet, folks. But we have a lot of good activity. A lot of new people have joined the club in the last 2 months, and everybody feigns interest. So we're making sure they won't walk away with the information they need. And I think this is important to do this again, especially people that haven't been here before with us doing the salesy presentation. So, and we'll keep it short, right, Brad?
Absolutely. Going to keep it short.
Okay, Bradley, it's all yours.
All right, great. I'm just going to share my screen real quick to get it to this. Get to TV.
How many of us, as Brad's bringing that up, how many of us on the call today have been on a cruise with y'all before? I know Patty.
Not me.
No, not me.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we can vouch.
How many of you have been on, Jackie?
Just one.
The
last
one?
time. Yeah, the Danube.
Took me a very long time to arm wrestle Jackie to come. And then
Yeah.
Jeff conveniently figured out a way to squeeze out of it. So we're happy that he's on board this time. Nice crew of people. We'll have a blending of some new and some people that have been with us a long time. This will be our 6th cruise.
Oh, wow.
And Patty,
You're
Patty and
six
Bernie, how
crew?
many
Wow.
times?
This one?
How many times have
Are
Patty
very
and Bernie
many
been there?
people signed up yet?
I think
I know it's way in advance.
3 or
so-
4. Couple Viking and a couple of these.
Signed up. Yes, and just to let you know, there have been a lot of people that have signed up, and you have to remember these ships are small, and already we have 2 categories that would need to be waitlisted. The A pluses and the Cs are already all gone. So if you are interested, don't wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, Brad, are you
All
ready?
right, fantastic. Okay, so y'all will, speaking of the ship, y'all will be on board the Ama Dolce, which I'll get into in a second. The itinerary is Taste of Bordeaux. This is our most famous wine itinerary, our most popular. And of course, you'll be with Larry and Pam with Frog's Tooth Winery. This is going to be going on from April 16th to the 23rd of 2026. So get with Travel House after this to set it up as soon as possible. All right, just a brief introduction of AMA. If you haven't heard of AMA, AMA Waterways was started 23 years ago by an Austrian named Rudy Schreiner, a German named Christine Karst, and an Irishman who was a tour conductor named Jimmy Murphy. They were all worked for different companies. Rudy and Christine actually got married, and they wanted to start their own river cruise company, kind of in their own image, and that meant luxurious, just absolute maximum luxury, fantastic service, fantastic food. They're big foodies. So we've got a great river cruise line, best in the business, and you're really going to enjoy it.
Bradley,
right, so the ship.
can you mute everybody until the presentation's over?
I don't think it was.
Yes, let's see if I can mute everyone.
Just won't talk.
Uh,
I think
Or-
I
or
don't
you
think I
can
can
mute
because
yourself.
I was letting y'all be, co-presenters. I don't know
Yeah,
that
or
I'm
you
able
can,
to.
mute
I don't
yourself.
see how I can mute.
There's a microphone, like if you get your controls, I think on my screen, it's the bottom left, it's a picture of a microphone.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
All good?
Yep.
All right, great.
Sorry, Bradley, go
Yeah,
ahead.
no worries at all. No worries at all. So the Ama Dolce, this is a beautiful custom designed ship. It was designed in 2009. It features spacious staterooms, most of which have French balconies. All staterooms have internet, Wi-Fi access, and the ship boasts a walking track along our sun deck. And we provide guided bicycle tours at stops along the rivers as well. It's 360 feet in length. It's 38 feet wide. We've got a crew on board of 45. We have 71 staterooms, and we have approximately 140 passengers. So this is about an average size AMA Waterways ship. As you can see here, this is our reception area. We've got very inviting public places, public spaces, excuse me. The ship's reception desk is open 24 hours a day. Should you need any assistance, you can call from your stateroom, or you can pay them a visit. It's not a large ship, so the rooms are pretty close by to the reception desk. We've got a fantastic main lounge. This is where you're going to be spending a lot of your time when you're hanging out with your friends, hanging out with others, meeting others along the ship, speaking with some of the crew. The crew is absolutely fantastic. They're going to know your name the first day, your favorite drink order, your brother's name. I mean, they're very good about memorizing your name and making you feel welcome. And with fewer guests on board, you can enjoy this luxurious space. You can unwind, relax, reconnect with your loved ones. And these public areas, including our lounges and restaurants, are never overcrowded. So if you've never been on a river cruise, but you have been on an ocean cruise, these are much, much smaller, except they don't get packed at all. These things are spacious. This is the main restaurant. We have award-winning dining. We've got local, freshly sourced cuisine. We take pride in our food. We are members of several culinary societies. We have the top chefs in the business. So this is something we're very proud of. Here you'll enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At breakfast, we include complimentary sparkling wine. And at lunch and dinner, we include complimentary wine and beer. The only thing we don't include are the mixed drinks. The mixed drinks, even if you'd like to pay for one of those outside of meal hours, they're very inexpensive. I think I paid $9 for a Woodford Reserve Old Fashioned, so it's very, very reasonable. And of course, you're going to get to enjoy fantastic wines on board. Frog's Tooth, I'm sure you've got that covered. This is our chef's table. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire cruise. One night while on board, you'll get to dine at what we call our chef's table. This is essentially a 6 or 7 course Michelin star type meal. You're going to have wine pairings with each course. It's phenomenal food. I will say, as soon as you get on the ship, it's kind of first come, first serve to see when you book or which night you want. So I would recommend this being one of the first things you do when you get on board. Make sure to book early so you get the night that you prefer. As I was talking about, we've got spacious public areas. We also have spacious staterooms. So I just wanted to go through just kind of some pictures of the staterooms to give you an idea of the space and what they look like. All of these have in-room temperature control, deluxe hotel style bedding with Egyptian cotton linens. We've got spacious bathrooms with multi-jet shower heads. Those are really nice. I really enjoyed that when I went on mine a couple months ago. We've got a large wardrobe, full-length mirror, hair dryer, and telephone as well. We've got a flat screen TV with entertainment on demand. We've got, as I said earlier, we have the complimentary internet and Wi-Fi if you need to access that. Although I know that's the last thing I wanted to do when I was on my cruise. But as you can see here, we've got a single room. Here we have the category E and D rooms. Here we have the category C, B, and A's. I know I heard you mentioning earlier that the category C staterooms there's a wait list for them. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. And then A plus, these are also waitlisted currently.
Yes.
And lastly, our luxury suites. These are the largest. I believe they're 255 square feet on this ship. So it's pretty spacious, especially for, you know, a river cruise room. So it's very nice. As I said, we have award-winning cuisine. We have an esteemed culinary director named Chef Robert Kellerhals. He's gotten every award in the book. He personally trains all of the chefs. We are a member of La Chaîne des Rôtissiers, which is a very esteemed culinary society. So this is one of the highlights of our cruise. We like to put a lot of emphasis on our culinary aspect, on the culinary aspect. Sip and Sail. This is another one of my favorites. It's essentially a complimentary cocktail hour. It's right before dinner for an hour. We will have your choice of two complimentary mixed beverages. Here we will also include the complimentary beer and wine as well. This is a great opportunity to get to know the other folks on board. It's a great time to talk about or speak with your friends on board who may have done a different shore excursion earlier that day. It's just a great time to meet folks and hang out before dinner. We have a dedicated wellness program on board our ship, including a dedicated wellness staffer. They have, for instance, if you see in the bottom right, that is a sunrise yoga class, which is very popular. If you want to get your day started right, you can start off with that. Others choose to grab a cup of coffee and friends and walk around that outdoor track on top of our ship to get their day started. In addition to the workout classes that we have a fantastic gym. We've got an onboard spa and wellness center with an onboard masseuse, and we also have a salon with a hairdresser, believe it or not, which is pretty unique and pretty amazing. So I mentioned our shore excursions. We offer up to 7 shore excursions daily. These are all included in the cost of your upfront fare. Some of our friendly competitors may, only cover the cost of one for you, and then you have to pay for the rest. Some charge for all of them, but they are all included in the price of your cruise fare. People love this about us. We're not completely all inclusive, but we're pretty dang close. You're not going to be spending much money outside of what you spend on your cruise fare. It's not the cost to get in to the ship, it's the cost to get off the ship. I kind of like to say that. And it's just absolutely phenomenal. Your shore excursions are going to be amazing, and I'll get into those in a second. So on day 1, you will be in Bordeaux. Day 2, you will be in Libourne, as well as day 3 in Libourne. Day 4, you're going to be in Blaye. Did someone say something?
No, it was my phone, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no worries. Day 4, after Blaye, you'll be in Bourg. Day 5, you're going to be in Cusa, Fort Médoc. Day 6, you'll be in Cadillac. And then in day 7 and 8, you'll be back in Bordeaux. So Bordeaux, a lot of people are pretty familiar with Bordeaux. It's the largest urban complex on UNESCO's World Heritage List. It's got absolutely fantastic architecture with a stunning spired skyline. As you can see here, there's the Cathedral Saint Andre Gothic Church, and it has a freestanding bell tower, which is absolutely magnificent. Guests have the opportunity to taste world-renowned Grand Cru Classé wines throughout this itinerary. And that is also including on your second day while you are in Libourne. Instead of that, you can choose to join an excursion to Saint-Emilion. This is known for its celebrated vineyards. And while here, you'll get to explore the monolithic church, which is carved out of one piece of limestone rock. And then you can go under the church to discover its catacombs and caves. Or if you don't want to do that, you can choose to do a guided bike tour. These are very popular on our ship. We're a very active ship, so we have guided biking tours, guided hiking tours, walking tours, and all of that good stuff. So it's very much an active cruise line. Or if you want to choose to stay back for the day and enjoy the ship's amenities, you can do that as well. Later in the day, you can choose to visit an ancient watermill. There, you'll also attend an amazing bread making class, which I've heard is a lot of fun. And if you'd like to do something else, you can, if you want to go on a hike, there's a beautiful hike to Chateau Bontenay. And you can conclude with a wine and tapas tasting. I'm a big foodie and love wine, so I would probably choose to do the hike. All right, in Blaye. So on the 4th day, you'll visit the magnificent small town of Blaye, which is renowned for its wine, as much of these in the region are. It's a small town on an estuary, and it's also the alleged resting place of Charlemagne's nephew. It's Citadel de Vauban, which is seen here in this picture, is a military complex, massive military complex, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can choose to visit this citadel, or you can pick between 2 different guided biking tours. Or if those don't interest you as much, you can visit beautiful Bourg. Bourg is one of the oldest wine producing regions in France. There are actually more than 400 winemakers who produce mostly red wine from Merlot grapes. Visitors can taste the celebrated Côte de Bourg within Bourg's House of Wines. And you can partake in an exclusive wine festival here as well. So when you're in Cadillac, you'll visit the Roquetaillade Castle. Sorry, that might not be the correct pronunciation. So I couldn't really get that one, but it's a fantastic castle. Here you'll be treated to a Sauterne wine tasting, which is very exclusive to Amma. And believe it or not, the same family has lived in this castle for over 700 years. The same family, which is crazy. And Count Bastian even does the tours himself here. So that'll be neat. Also, local art students are currently working on a restoration project here. So you'll be seeing them around, but it is still open. It's plenty of room to roam here. So this is a very, very special place. Again, I reiterate, we've got a very special wine tasting here for us. When you arrive back in Bordeaux on the last day, you'll have the choice to take a guided UNESCO city tour with an included market tasting, or you can take a beautiful guided bike tour, excuse me, throughout Bordeaux along the river. However, for art lovers, I would highly recommend checking out this spectacular sound and light show called Bassins de Lumière. And this is in Bordeaux. The exhibits are absolutely unbelievable. I haven't been in person, but I've seen videos of it. It even has World War II Nazi submarine pins that have been transformed kind of to set the stage for a unique art experience with famous masterpieces projected throughout the walls. So this is very, very special, especially in this region. It's unlike anything you'll experience anywhere else.
Hey, Brad, I don't know, somebody's going to interrupt you. I want to make sure I think it's your screen, right? You're running low.
Oh,
on
yes. Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've been there and like, poof, you're gone.
Oh, goodness. Thank you so much.
I thought it was mine
Yeah,
and I plugged it
fell
in.
out of the.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. All
I-
right.
I'd
Thanks
just
so
like
much.
to add a couple things at this point. So this
Sure.
is a return visit for Pam and I to this region. We were fortunate to go a few years ago with Mark, our Dutch partner, and his wife Angelique, and this particular light show in the submarine dry dock was an amazing program. And you know what? We said bicycle tour a few times. If you're ever looking for Pam and Larry, you need to look on the bicycle tour or the hike. So we're gonna be the active ones running around and I think you'll enjoy the local guides because they really do bring a sense of belonging and they know the history and all the fun things that you'd like to know. If you have if you have questions about the local history, you're going to get the full fill up from them.
Excellent. Thank you, Larry. La Cité du Vin. If you choose not to do the art exhibit, you can also visit this wine museum, which actually has an interactive experience where you'll learn about several different cultures and the civilizations of wine. As you can see, it's a very modern museum, as you can see on the right. All right, so for your pre-cruise land excursion, you have the option to do this. However, I would highly recommend that you join the pre-cruise land extension as well as the post-cruise land extension, which I'll go over in a second. But our Basque Country pre-cruise land package includes 2 nights in Bilbao and 2 nights in San Sebastian. And the Basque Country is one of Europe's oldest and strongest cultures. This region is located in northern Spain on the Bay of Biscay at the western end of I believe it's the Pyrenees mountain range. and it kind of straddles the frontier between southern France and Spain. One of the big sites here in Bilbao is the spectacular Guggenheim Museum, which opened in 1997. And tourists have flocked to this little haven for so many years. You can also travel to the small town of Guernica, which was infamously bombed by German and Italian air forces during the Spanish Civil War. And it's also the subject of one of Picasso's most renowned paintings. In San Sebastian, this is one of the most famous tour destinations in all of Spain. It offers visitors beautiful beaches, fantastic restaurants to experience the wonders of this region, as well as historical sites, excuse me. It's also well known for being, it has the second highest number of Michelin star restaurants per square meter in the entire world. So fantastic food here, something you're definitely going to want to check out. Here you can also take a stroll through Old Town, which is absolutely stunning. And you can see the distinctive architecture and the Pinchos bars as well, which are famous in this region. All right, and the post-cruise land excursion or land extension, I put excursion, I think, but this includes 2 nights in Amboise and 1 night in Paris. So the 170-mile stretch in the middle of the Loire River in central France, it's got tons and tons of castles, hundreds of castles. And that they date back to the beginning of the royals and the intellectuals. Amboise is a beautiful center of wine production. It's also home to the Chateau d'Amboise and Clos Lucé-Manor, which is Leonardo da Vinci's last home and workplace, believe it or not. It's also a haven to several famous philosophers. It's got an absolutely lovely village called Chinanco. Excuse me, Chinanco. I'll get that right eventually. But they have fantastic Sauvignon Blanc wines. And this really offers a great glimpse into the wealthy French lifestyle during the 1400s. And then, of course, in Paris, so that says, please disregard the add 3 nights post-cruise. So that's a mistake on my part. That shouldn't be there. But everyone knows about Paris. You'll get to experience all that it has to offer. And Notre Dame, that's back open and running. So you'll get an opportunity to visit there as well. All right, so that concludes my presentation. I do want to have a little Q&A session real briefly if anyone has any questions. And Larry, I hope that was quick enough. Tried my best.
Oh, you're getting better. So I think the 3rd time is a charm.
There we go. Thank you.
I would say, and I know talking with Lisa, one of the issues we'll have is that some of the post accommodations are going to fill up very quickly. So we want to make sure if you have an interest in either the pre or the post or both, make sure you sign up now so that we can get those reservations in. And when we're going through the Loire Valley, of course, there's also a little bit of cognac there. So I think we're going to be able to enjoy that. And you know, I always tell people I was going to interrupt more during Bradley, but I want you to speak your piece. Never over purchase on the berth, because that cabin is a place that you're going to drop your clothes when you get there. You're going to come in and out of that room to change clothes, take your shower in the morning after you slept during the night, and then you're back out of there again. So it's not a place you're gonna hang out unless you really want to get away from us. And with this small a boat, you can be very private. But if you want to know everyone, get to meet everyone on this boat, there's certainly lots of opportunities to do that. So while they'll give you the full list of offshore, off-boat excursions, you'll have a chance when you're on board to change. You know, a few of them do fill up and they'll warn you when that's gonna happen. But the staff is, I usually start out my presentation with Amma saying, we used to do the other company. I can't remember, it started with a V, but I never can remember the rest of it. But you know, this was like moving from business class to first class. The staff was nicer. And like Bradley said, these people really get to know you. After your first meal, they're gonna know that you don't eat meat or that you want that you're gluten free. All those things are gonna, and they'll remember this from mealtime to mealtime. So, and you know, while they don't, when you first get on board that other company, they always try to sell you the package, the alcohol package. And then everybody felt like they had to do that in the first night. On this ship, they don't take the wine and the beer away from the meals until you walk out of there. So you always have an ample supply, and that 1 hour with the drinks ahead of time, really amazing. If you like mixed drinks, they come up with some unusuals. And we have people that have their drink order all the time, right, Janice? I know she's muted, so anyway, we have a good time with this. I hope everyone will join us. And most everyone, as I know it so far, are going to be doing both the pre and the post.
Mm.
I'm not clear on where we fly into going to Spain. Lisa, can you help us with that?
They're gonna be small little cities, so if you're doing the pre, you'll fly into Bilbao. If you're not, then you fly into Bordeaux. And then at the end, you're flying from Paris. Now with that Loire Valley, you're 2 nights in Loire Valley, and then the last night is at Paris Airport, so you don't have any time really in Paris itself. Because you're doing all of the Loire Valley.
All right, I'm gonna let out a little secret. I let Lisa know, I wasn't gonna talk about it tonight, but we are talking about trying to extend, instead of staying at LaGuardia Airport, we actually may be able to spend a couple nights in Paris if people want to extend their stay there. And if you haven't been, it's a phenomenal city. It's the city of lights, and that's the area you want to walk around at night. So it's a mutiny of sorts, Lisa. But we'll work on this as we go along, because I think a number of people are going to be very interested in trying to do that with us.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
then you
100%.
know, I don't want to omit the fact that there's gonna be some of our wine on this boat, which is a neat thing. And Tana and her husband Greg, our new winemaker and husband, are gonna be with us. So I'm excited to have them, especially in a region that is so classically known for their wines and the things that she can impart. I'm supposed to do a couple lectures, right, Brad?
Yep, absolutely.
That'll be the highlight of the trip, let me tell you.
It will.
You'll want to
Forget what
sign
I
up for
said.
those early.
Nothing
they will-
compares to Larry's.
They will definitely sell out. Anyway,
I have
that's what I had.
questions. Deposits, cancellation.
Yes, so if you're interested, there's a booking form link that I need to email you, so you can either call our office or email me. The deposit is 400 per person. It's 50% non-refundable up to 120 days prior, and then after that, the deposit's fully non-refundable. And then there'll be more penalties after you do final payment.
Okay. I know a while back there was an early booking fee. Is that still in effect or?
An early booking fee.
There
Yes,
was-
there's promos out right now, so we should discuss them because this is probably, and Bradley, you can tell me if I'm incorrect or not. It's probably the best special that AMA offers. So if you're doing cruise only, right now, the promotion for January is you would receive $7.50 off per person. That's if you're doing cruise only. If you're opting to do either pre or post, the better special, which they can pull the special anytime because I believe they capacity control it, is you can choose one free land package. So the better value is the Paris one, which I believe that cost is about $15.90 per person. So they will give you that for free, or if you're just doing the pre, then you could get that one for free. You can get one land package. You can't combine both promos, but you can choose one or the other depending on what you're doing. And these are, like I said, some of the better specials that they ever do.
Absolutely. I think our complimentary land deal, that's phenomenal. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, we can't do better than that. So definitely jump on that while that's still going on.
Okay, and then just a couple other questions, sorry. Do you have triple rooms?
Triple rooms. I don't believe we have triple rooms. No.
Okay.
The only option might be a suite, which I would have to check on for you, which if you call or email me, I can double check. But that would probably be the only room category that there may be a possibility of it.
Okay, but you do have double rooms where you can have separate beds.
Yes, they either put the beds together for a queen or they'll do two separate beds.
Okay, and is there a pool on board?
There, Bradley, you can answer that. I believe all of your ships have a small pool. up on
Yes.
top.
Yes, it has exactly. It has a small pool up on our sun deck up top.
Okay,
Does it have a sauna?
It does not have a sauna on it. No.
a hot tub.
It does not have a hot tub. It does have just the pool.
Okay,
It's a smaller pool. Mhm.
okay, thank you.
Sure.
Quick
Any
question.
other- Yeah.
If you go to one of the wineries and in any of the places that we're at, is it okay to bring some of their wine onto the ship?
Absolutely, 100%. You can bring whatever you'd like. We're very flexible with that. Anything you buy off the ship, whether it's food, wine, you can bring on board.
So Patty, you're saying the party is in your room afterwards?
Exactly.
Amen.
And if
It
you want to
usually
bring that
is.
wine to dinner, we're happy to open it for you. No corkage fee or anything like that.
Okay, good, good.
Mhm.
And when you're on land, you said you had multiple excursions that were offered. Can you do more than one excursion today, like one in the morning, one in the
Yes.
afternoon, or?
Absolutely. So we have morning excursions, afternoon excursions, and there are a couple full day excursions. If
A
you wanna
couple of
choose
what? I'm
that.
sorry.
Full day excursions.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
thank you.
those are offered. Yeah.
Bradley, along those lines, I know that we love to go, but my cousin-in-law and I were saying like, I just wanted to like have a day that I could not feel like I was FOMO, missing out on something. And I just wanted to hang out on the deck and read my book and, look at the stuff going by. Is there a day like that in this itinerary?
So no, there's not really like a sailing day. I think there's so many great stops that we're not going to be not wasting a day, but I know it is nice to have one of those days. I had one on my itinerary. I don't believe there's one on this one though.
Okay. And I had another question that was like that, but I can't think of it. I'll come back to it. But in the meantime, Larry, and you sound horrible.
Thank
You're
you.
taking care of that cold. But you said like you were giving a couple of speeches, and that was my question is like, how is your role, your special role on this ship? How is it different than last time?
Well, I say that last time was my trial by fire. So they didn't really tell me what they were trying to see how I could do. But it'll be a lot the same.
Okay.
We're not, we're not supposed to highlight our wines quite as much as I did. I'm a sales guy. But you know, you'll have a lot of opportunities, and we're gonna bring the newest wine that Tana's made on board. So it'll be a good trip for us in that regard.
And our chef's dinner, last time I thought it was assigned to us, like you're going on Tuesday night. Do we have to sign up? Brad, you said like it's kind of first comes, first served?
Yeah, so I'm not aware of that. Sometimes groups do that. Do you know by any chance?
Yeah, that's something that we arranged last time, and I'm sure I'll
Okay.
be working.
Yeah,
to
if you,
arrange
yeah.
a chef's night. I don't have a total count of everybody
Perfect.
yet, so, cause the
Perfect. Yeah, great
chef's table
question.
will only
Thank you
seat
so
so
much.
many. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
much
Last time
time?
we exceeded the seating in each of those dinners. So, I mean, they were very accommodating. I went to all three of them. Had just a wonderful time, same meals every time, but it was just absolutely phenomenal.
Just great wine that time, huh?
Yeah, good wine too, yes.
And Brad, I saw a picture of a pickleball racket. Do they have a pickleball
Yes,
court?
so we do own one of our ships, which is our largest ship called the Ama Magna. That's going to be on the Danube River. Yes, we're actually coming out with another kind of our Ama Magna 2 that'll have pickleball courts as well. It's going to be named after our owner. It's going to be called the Ama Rudy. That's coming in a couple years. It's being designed right now, but yeah, we're the first one to offer pickleball. So
Mm.
Nice.
So
we've got
the
two
answer is
full-size
actually
pickleball.
no, not on this vessel.
Not on this one. Sorry, the short answer, no.
No, this
No
time.
injuries.
Yeah,
If-
yes. We want to cut down on those hospital visits that make you stay an extra week.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Larry, we're gonna keep him in his room.
Yeah,
I
there you
have
go.
another question, sorry. If a person is not really active,
Mhm.
is this a good cruise for them? Or should they look for something else? Honest opinion.
Absolutely. So we're proud to offer a range of activity levels. We actually number them 1 to 5. 5 being the most strenuous, 1 being kind of the easiest physically. So we provide that for you. You'll be able to see how strenuous each excursion is. So
Mhm.
you'll be able to figure that out.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
How much time do we actually have on the post trip to explore Paris?
Good question.
Yeah, great question. If I just refer back, I believe you have quite a bit.
No,
Um,
no, there is no time. We're doing the Loire Valley one. You're in Loire Valley for both
Right.
nights, and the last day you're in Loire Valley in the morning, and then you're moving to Paris Airport. So there
oh,
is
I'm sorry about
Paris
that.
time. Yeah.
But
Me
didn't
too,
Larry,
me
Larry,
too.
you mentioned though that you were looking at trying to get an extension?
Well, this
Yeah,
was
we haven't talked yet, but if it is an offer for the group, we can add it on. Once I figure out what Larry's doing, we can always add on an individual basis and say, hey,
Okay.
you want to join Larry and Pam?
thank you. Yes, we
Would we be,
I-
in that case, because Larry said something about LaGuardia, would we be able to just have our last day that comes with the package, that last night at some hotel by the airport in Paris, could we just move it 3 days later so we can play in Paris and then we're still landing, we're still taking advantage of that portion of our post package? Am I making that?
It's not currently part of the package.
Right,
And it's not LaGuardia, of course.
it's
Well,
Charleston
Charles de
Hall.
Gaulle might be closer.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's why I got mixed up, Larry. I thought you heard something
No,
like.
no.
But-
So that's why it occurred to me, and I was just talking to a group of friends or group of people that are going with us. So I'm gonna be able to give Lisa a pretty good number of people that want to stay with us and just explore the city for a couple days before you go home. I mean, it's
Great.
such a beautiful city. It's a shame to be
Yeah.
so close. And I understand that Alma has to do this tailored. So you end up at the airport and you leave and you go home from there. But we're grown-ups. We can make adult decisions. It's like doing a dry January or enjoying and trying wine still. Get it? Try wine.
Got it.
And so I think we'll come up with something. I've already gotten some people have texted me on from this webinar that are asking to be included in that. So Lisa will have her work cut out, but you will come to love Lisa by the time you're booked and on the road and coming home, and it's just gonna be, she makes everything so easy. And the reason we're with her and Bradley's on the what was that term you used? Mid-Atlantic representative?
Yes.
Because I spent 26 years in Philadelphia in business, and Lisa's company prior to Lisa was my travel agent, and Susie, who accompanied us last time, was one of the people that helped me get around the world when they were still able to book flights and hotels and stuff. So she's earned her wings, and she won't come with us. I've never
She
said
may
that
she
before,
will,
have I?
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, you have a question about this trip, the travel, the stays, any of the extra things you want to do. She's the wealth of knowledge, or she's going to get you the answer back. And remember, she is in Pennsylvania, where we're going next week, and we're going to host the reunion party for people that came with us, with them and us last time from Pennsylvania. So we'll have some fun.
I have another quick question. In the beginning of this presentation, it said something about it being recorded.
Yes.
We have access to that so that I could share it with other people.
Absolutely. I'm going to be sending this to Lisa, and so you'll have it as soon as I can get it to her.
Thank you.
Sure.
Another question, sorry. Larry and Pam, does that mean you're going on both the pre-trip and the post-trip?
Somehow I get to stay away from the vineyard for that long. Yes.
You get to, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering about the Paris extension. And so that would be after the post-trip.
Right. And we would
If
be
you
there.
decide to do it.
We are definitely doing this.
Okay,
I already have people signed up wanting to do it with us. So
okay. Because I don't think I'm gonna do the post-trip, but I want to go to Paris for 3-4 nights afterwards.
okay.
Well, Bradley, is there, we chose the Loire Valley. Is there a 2 or 3 night just Paris post trip?
That is a great question. I'm not aware of that. I don't
Yeah,
think
if
so,
you
but
ask me, let me know, Karen, if you're interested in that. I can see if they have one. I know we're
Okay.
doing Loire Valley because it's a special area and wine area, and that's
Mhm.
what Larry decided to do. But if you aren't going to be able to stay throughout the whole extension, I can see if they have one that is just Paris.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
I'd
you.
be interested in that as well.
Okay.
With
And-
Karen and
Yeah.
I will travel together, and we were talking about when we finish the trip, just staying in Paris for, 4 days or so.
Yeah, you can let me know, just because it's a free land, so if you're not doing, are you doing the pre or are you doing
No.
both? Okay,
No.
so I can check to see if they have an established one that's just Paris, so you can take advantage of the free land. If not, you can take advantage of the cruise discount, the $7.50 per person, and I can put together a Paris package for you to do individually, if you want to do that for a couple of nights.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And we're staying 2 nights in Amboise and at the same place. So are they busing us to different places throughout the Loire Valley, or how does that part work?
Yeah, you'll do daily sightseeing. Bradley, do you have anything to add for that? But yeah, you'll be at the Amboise Hotel for 2 nights, and they'll do like the day tours. There's an itinerary, and then you'll move from the Loire Valley up to Paris Airport for the last night, and you'll do sightseeing along the way.
yes, correct. And the transfers are included. They're all included in the price.
Are the meals included in that and all those excursions and all of that?
No, normally just breakfast daily. For the pre, there might be a couple more meals than that, but it's not like the cruise. There are,
Mhm.
the majority of your meals will be out of pocket other than breakfast.
Usually it's just the breakfast that's included on the pre and post.
And you want to explore the cuisine in all these cities that we go to anyway.
Yeah.
So it gives us
Absolutely.
that's your opportunity to go wander and really explore these beautiful places.
Is there a
Especially
way
in
to
San
exchange,
Sebastian.
is there a way to exchange money to be able to pay for those extra dinners?
Most places will take credit cards over there, so you can always use your card, just make sure there's no international transaction fee. And a lot of your banks, I don't know what you have near you locally. I would call them first, but some banks do offer currency exchange. Worst case, you can do it at the airport. Best case is you normally get your best exchange rates besides using your credit card is using an ATM card, and there are ATMs widely throughout Europe.
Who is the best person? Is it Lisa? Is it you to contact for reservations?
Yes, you would call me in our office.
And what's the best number for that, please?
It's 215-723-8687.
723-8687.
Yeah, and just ask for Lisa, or just say you're calling about the Frogs Tooth cruise. They'll know who to
Okay,
send
okay.
you to.
Thank you, thank you.
And Lisa, you said if we do make a change to where we think like we think we're going to do the pre and the post. Oh no, let's just do the post, or vice versa. Changing the pre and post-ness of us. We have all that time until
You,
Long time
so
ago.
it's better if you're in the air, it's better to add it now, because I've been told, especially Lure Valley, that space can sell out. You have up until final payment, where if you decide you're not gonna do one or both, that you can remove the land packages. So you just need to let me know before final payment.
And when is the final payment?
I knew that was gonna be the next question.
You
Hold
brought
on
it
one
up.
Very
second, let me
popular
look at the
question.
date. It is, hold on a second. I apologize.
That's okay.
When will we know about airfare?
11 months prior from your return date. So that's when flight schedules start becoming available. And it looks like they did not put it on my flyer, at least I'm not seeing it, so I
Yeah, I'm
know
not
where
seeing
else I
it either.
have. Yeah, so hold on, I know where else I have it, so give me one more second.
On my receipt is
While
said
you're-
January 16th.
That sounds about right, because it's normally in January, so.
January of 2026?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
and would we, if let's pretend that we paid for one or both of the pre or post, and then on January 12th we say, you know what, let's just do that on our own. Would we still get the 750 cruise only discount?
Yes, you just need to let me know, Jackie. I think I already did it for you, but I would want to know if you're iffy about it, because I get them to mark the current promo that was in place now, which would be the 750 per person. So if you remove it, then there's not a problem down the road with them going back and honoring it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want me to add that to your reservation, I can have them put a note in there, if she cancels. So they can make it official that they would offer the 750 off per person then for you.
Oh, what's a cancellation policy in advance? I put down my deposit, and let's say for
The
some
imme-
reason I
when
can't
you-
make it.
When you place your deposit, which is 400 per person, immediately 50% of that, 200 per person, is non-refundable.
Okay,
At 120 days prior, which is a little bit before your final payment date, the deposit becomes non-refundable. So you want to cancel before that date if you're going to do it, because once you hit final payment date and pay the balance, then it goes up, it becomes percentages and stuff, so you lose a
Okay.
lot more money.
so prices for the ship are, okay, our airline prices in addition to the ship prices, or is that
Yes.
included?
No, airline tickets are not included. I
Okay,
have no idea what the pricing will be because again,
Okay.
they won't release it till 11 months prior, so we'll have to
Okay.
check at that point.
okay, thank you.
She's really not going away, even though we probably ought to wrap this up so Bradley can go to bed.
Hey, no, I'm gonna sit here until you invite me on this trip. I'm still waiting on an invite.
Oh, well,
Did Pam go to bed?
no, she wants to come up and say goodbye. I will mute and give her the holler.
Well,
Huh?
and before you do that, this is Janice. I'm presumably not on a video, but I wanted to verify Larry's statement earlier. I will be there. I will drink. If he brings port, I will drink more.
Wow.
That's what we love about you, Janice, and many other things.
Thank you.
Very comforting that some things don't change.
Is Tana gonna make a Tani port?
Yes,
There you go.
there we go. Did everyone enjoy?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Is this all that's left? Is Lisa, Jackie, and Bernie?
Not,
Everybody,
can't see everybody.
okay, everybody else is there. Good to see everybody tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you too, honey. I'm sitting here in Arnold in my comfy.
All right.
Pretty
That's
cold.
fabulous.
We had closed for the month of January, but we had two things I sent out today. One is Amy Fox, her husband Kendall, is the painter who designed our label for the Felix Hunt label. He and two other painters are there every Wednesday through January painting. And you can buy artwork, you can just query them, and you can taste wine. And then we are going to be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend.
Oh,
Okay.
Awesome.
good.
So we're still doing a try, get it? Try January.
Try.
We're
Get
trying.
it.
I like that.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so good to see everybody tonight.
You too.
Yeah,
Okay.
good to see you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
And
See you.
please
Thanks, Pam, for
Send
getting
out
back
this
to me.
video, please.
You're
so I can
welcome,
hear it.
Karen and Adrian.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Good
Hope
night,
to see
everyone.
you
Bye.
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye, Peggy.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Bye, good.
Bye, y'all.
Send us the video.
Absolutely. Will
Thank
do.
you.
Y'all take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.